Alright, this is a video on the M1 Garand and the M1 Carbine. This is the M1 Garand. It's considerably larger than the Carbine. It is around 9 to 10 pounds unloaded. This one was made in 1943 by Springfield Armory. This is the cartridge it used, the 30 M2 ball, otherwise known as 30-06. Pretty powerful round. It's semi-automatic. Give me a second here. And I'm going to demonstrate how to load it. I'm about to get our dummy rounds, so bear with me for a second. Okay, these are all dummy rounds. They've been drilled out. This is just to demonstrate the quickness of the loading of the M1 rifle. To load it, you have the op rod pulled back all the way to a complete stop, whether you can so it's not touching the follower here. And this rifle has been safety checked. There are no rounds in the chamber. To load it, you put the clip on the top, the breech, just push down, and then if it doesn't feed automatically, just give it a shove and it's good to go. It's now loaded. To unload it, you're going to pull the op rod back. A little bit difficult to do one-handed. Give me 1 second. It's now pulled back, and there's a little latch right at the left-hand side of the rifle. You're going to push that latch in, and the clip flies out. Overall, this is a nice warhorse. 8 rounds of 30-06, semi-automatic, nice rifle. Alright, what we have here is the M1 Carbine, the war baby. This rifle has been safety checked, but just for our purposes, we'll check it again. Pull the bolt back to complete stop. There's no round in the magazine, and there's no round in the chamber. Just going to take the mag out. For comparison purposes, here they are side by side. The M1 Garand is much larger than the M1 Carbine. The M1 Garand weighs around, like I said, 9 pounds. The M1 Carbine weighs 5.5 pounds unloaded. It's considerably shorter and handier than the M1 Garand. Paratroopers would use this more often. With a folding stock metal wire variant, this one's a normal stock. Mostly they'd use a 15-round mag. Just going like so. Good to go. This is the cartridge it used. This is a 30 carbine. Quite a bit smaller than the 30-06 or 30 M2. Here's a comparison. Quite a bit smaller, as you can see. The 30-06 has a range of around, effective range of 2,000 yards. Well, this one had an effective range of around 400 yards, give or take. The M1 Garand has sights for knobs for windage and elevation. Elevation on this side, windage on that side. And this one has a late World War II sight that has a windage knob right there. And elevation, you just adjust with your thumb like that. the M1 Garand and the M1 Carbine saw heavy use in World War II, Korea, and even used in Vietnam era, the early days of Vietnam. They've been battlefield tested and proven. This M1 Carbine has a barrel date of 1/44. So it was made in January of 1944. At least the barrel was. This is an overall excellent condition. Yeah. 2 World War II war horses, both semi-automatic. I do have some footage of them firing from earlier today. The M1 Garand had a premature clip ejection, so I'm suspecting a worn out part somewhere in the breech. Maybe a clip latch spring or follower, something cheap to fix because there are so many parts around. But this one, on the other hand, functioned flawlessly, like it always does. I mean, maybe less powerful, but holy crap, functions flawlessly. Usually this one will function flawlessly as well. And here's a slight comparison to a rifle that the Russians used during the Second World War. This is the Mosin Nagant. Yeah. This is a Soviet-made Mosin Nagant. You have to work the action each time. Only holds 5 shots. The Germans had a K98. I have one of those, but I'm not going to bring it out. Similar thing, had 5 shots. Only problem with that, compared to the M1 Garand and Carbine, when you pull the trigger, you just cycle the action each time to reload, so you can fire again. Both the M1 Garand and Carbine, you just pull the trigger until you're out. Then you reload. Alright, this has been a fun time. I hope you all learned something from this. And I do have firing footage coming up shortly. Alright. Really? Alright, stop. Come on. Stop it.